Hello and welcome to TSL Talk. Today we're looking at round 15 and I'm joined by my baby-faced assassin, Adam Smith. Adam, what another big week it's been in the TSL. There's always plenty to talk about, isn't there?
Yeah, look, the last couple of weeks there's been more off-field action than on-field, hasn't there? We've seen another coach come and go. The future of the league's been brought up yet again, and look, hopefully we can get forward to some cracking games. But look, it's been a big week.
It's not a good look for the competition where a new coach like Byron Howard can't even see one season out.
No, look, he's not the first one. I think there are a couple of others that have only seen half a season as well. But he came into us, a strong side. They recruited heavily. They looked really good early on, and he's been 8-9 months into it, and he's had to pull the plug for whatever various reasons. But it is 13 coaches. It's not good.
He basically said on the news last night that he was stabbed in the back by one of his assistants.
Yeah, you don't want to see any of that. There's been whispers going around for a couple of weeks. I think that there's been a few problems at the coaching board. But Kim Excell also came out and said that he's happy that he doesn't have to watch his back. I guess it'll be interesting to see how it comes in the next few weeks and how he takes the charge.
And there was a press conference today with Kim Excell, who's, like you said, taking over, who was director of coaching. So he's been involved with the club all along. And he talked about Jason Akermanis and how he's been a distraction for the club, while it's been great off-field in terms of raising public awareness and getting people through the gates. On-field was a distraction for the team. I viewed the whole Akermanis thing with him coming in, all the hype at the start, in and out, now he's not coming back at all. Has it been a distraction?
I'd say yes, it has been. It worked well. It was a great game. That was an outstanding game. It was a great night for football. Brought people back, 8,500. That was brilliant. It was a great game, great spectacle. It probably has an interruption, but from a marketing perspective in this league, I think it had to be seen as a positive. And if you go back, hindsight's easy. In retrospect, we mightn't have done that as a whole club. But it was good for football at the time, and as it's worked on, Acker's Acker, isn't he?
So off-field, has it been better than the on-field? I mean, has it paid off? I mean, obviously financially.
Well, I don't know, because I'm not in that part of it, Brett, but certainly I would say definitely. It's been worthwhile exercise from a financial point of view, I would imagine.
What are your thoughts on that, Adam?
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess we've spoken about it before as well, haven't we? That the move and what it's done off the field, you can't deny. That you brought 10,000 people through the gate in round one, but it clearly has had an effect on the group. Him coming in and out, and some people, Steve Alley's tried to deny. He even said the other day that yes, it may have been a factor, but you'd have to ask the players. So, not having any continuity in the side, I think it's played a bit of a part. And the fact that he's not coming back now, at least maybe they're still in touch for a finals berth. But if they've got 4 games to try and obviously rectify things.
And the great turnover of coaches has just created more debate about the future of the TSL. We saw the Southern Presidents meet on Monday night to discuss the future of the competition and the new licence agreement that's come up in 2 years' time. And Brett Gaven had some interesting things to say on this earlier today.
Yeah, the comp's in a better shape now than when you first started coaching.
Not better. I reckon the first year was a bit of a surprise. It surprised to me. I came back from the VFL and I wasn't expecting the competition to be that crash hot. But I was pleasantly surprised the first year. I thought the first year was really, really good. Since then, has it got better? I wouldn't say it's got better. It's probably plateaued out.
Where do we go from here?
Look, it's 13 coaches in 3.5 years, or 2.5 years. Sorry, it's and Gapen stepping down as well. It's not a good look for the league. Sean Young said yesterday, the general manager of the state league, that it's not an issue, and it's just it's obviously his demanding job, and people have to work out the time constraints there. But I don't think any league wants to see such a high turnover. And it has to be hard and difficult in attracting new coaches. In years going forward.
Now we better look at the on-field stuff this week. It's the first half of the split round, and the first game is Glenorchy and Clarence. Every time we see a coach get sacked mid-season, the team that's on the end of that normally comes out and has a bit of a dip, but it's going to be a huge ask for Glenorchy.
Yeah, it is. Look, Glenorchy only a few weeks ago came up against North Hobart when Clinton Brown stepped down or was sacked, and Lance Sporting took over, and of course they came out and won. So, yeah, Clarence will be wary. I think Brett's touched on it at this press conference, saying that he knows that players can lift. A couple of key outs there for Glenorchy. I think Jake Cox is out and Braden Webb's a bit of a loss as well. So that might hurt, but they'll fire up. It's always, if you don't fire up for a new coach, you never will. So they'll put up a fight, but I can't see Clarence getting beaten.
And of course, Glenorchy going to have to find a way to stop Cameron Thurley. He's been in great form and kicked 7 goals last week, but Didn't get any votes in the media award, which disappointed Brett Gapin, who rang up the reporter up north and gave him a bit of a clip.
Does Thurles Stiff to not get a vote in the RACT award?
It is a bit of a disgrace actually. So I actually left a message for the reporter during the week, but he didn't return my call. So look, yeah, 7 goals. You think and we didn't have probably our best player. I mean, Jacko was probably the best player on the ground slightly, but in saying that, I think you judged Thurles pretty harshly. So he kicked 7, kicked 5 1/4. So he probably should have deserved at least 2.
Burnley North Launceston is the other game. It has a huge bearing on the makeup of the top 5. It's going to be at West Park, which puts all the odds in Burnley's favour.
Yeah, you'd think so. You saw them last week and they looked pretty impressive, didn't they, with a 10-goal win. They've got a couple of key players back there. Rowan Baldock, who was 2nd or 3rd on the goal-kicking table. Sandwich Wilson, an important midfielder. So you'd expect them to get over North Launceston, who have lost a couple, and, it just makes their run home a bit tougher.
And the final game is poor old Hobart can't take a trick at the moment. They've got to travel all the way up to the Windsor Park to take on the unbeaten Adelaide in Launceston.
Yeah, you can't give them much of a chance, unfortunately. Launceston have been pretty good at home all year, and even the addition of Michael Cassidy from a 4-week suspension won't save them.
All right, Adam, well, thanks for your thoughts. And remember, for all your TSL stories, pick up your copy of the Mercury or go to the Mercury online.